Welcome to the Dignity Leadership Learning Lab. I'm Leadership Leah, the Chief Education Officer, and this is my esteemed and very excited colleague, Leadership Leo, the Chief Instructional Officer. We are on a mission to take you from being a management monster to a leadership ace. If Rich can do it, so can you. Ready to launch in 3, 2, 1.
In this course, you will learn the distinct differences between managers and leaders, the characteristic differences between managers and leaders, the importance of both disciplines in the workplace. Let's face it, we've all worked with a bad boss. Maybe you had one who ignored you, or one who always asked you to do the grunt work. Maybe your bad boss was someone who told you what to do, but never explained why. Whatever the case, bad bosses have one thing in common. They don't care about you. In fact, they're not really even trying to make you or your company any better. They're just focused on the bottom line and getting everyone around them to follow the rules and the procedures. Bad bosses are most definitely managers, and not likely a respected manager either. It's tempting to assume that all bad bosses are like this, but it's not true. The best leaders aren't like that at all. And the good news is, you don't have to be a bad boss to achieve success. It is often assumed that management is synonymous with being a bad boss. Again, not necessarily true. Management is about following the rules closely and ensuring things get done on time. You can be a good manager without being a bad boss, and that's what we're here to help you do. Many of us confuse management with leadership. Leadership has passion, while management has process. Leadership motivates others to achieve their goals, while management only works to achieve the company's goals. If you're interested in becoming a leader in your company, it's important to know the difference between management and leadership so that you can lead your team wisely. Leadership often entails creativity and innovation. This creativity and innovation is inspiring and is about people, not things. Both leadership and management are equally important in the workplace. However, these two qualities are often very different, and an in-depth understanding of when to use each is required. A manager is someone who manipulates using formal processes, and sometimes inadvertently uses fear to get others to do their work. Managers are focused on profits, productivity, and processes. The primary aim is to ensure others follow the rules and procedures. A leader has a very different goal. A leader inspires others to innovate, develop, learn, and grow. A leader works through trust, humility, and compassion rather than fear and aspiration. A leader encourages everyone around him to work together towards a common cause or purpose. Let's take a look at 7 of the most significant differences between managing and leading at work. First, management is a social science that has to do with the process of overseeing or directing things. In business, it involves following the rules closely and getting things done. It is about processes, productions, and profits. Management as we know it today was derived from the Industrial Revolution. Leadership often entails creativity and innovation. This creativity and innovation is inspiring and is about people, not things. Leadership is much older and has been around since the time of the Greek philosophers. Modern-day leadership theories began in the 1840s with the Great Man Theory, basically stating that leaders are born, not made. Research has since proven this theory to be not so accurate, as only 10% of the world's population is born a natural leader. Second, management is often based on a specific task or set of tasks being completed. Leadership is often based on a mission, vision, or common purpose. You manage things like inventory, products, and machinery. All of these are inanimate. These things are not living, have no feelings, and are just objects. Leadership is about influencing others to accomplish a goal or to achieve a common vision. Leadership looks at the big picture, working to make changes that will improve the lives of everyone in your organization. Leadership is focused on people, understanding their behaviors, and uncovering their inner motives. Management focuses on doing things right, while leadership focuses on doing the right thing. Third, management is often thought of as the more controlling, analytical, and process-minded. It's about having a goal and making sure the plan is carried out in an organized, structured way. Management is about creating and following rules, plans, and processes. Leadership, on the other hand, goes beyond management in that it's about inspiring people to go above and beyond their own expectations, to think outside of the box and come up with new ideas. Leadership is not always focused on having all the answers or being in control. Sometimes it's just about letting inspiration lead the way. Fourth, managers direct, and leaders motivate and inspire others. Managers are more focused on directing employees through a project or process, ensuring that each step is done correctly, on time, and according to company standards and procedures. Leaders motivate and inspire their employees, helping them set goals and find meaning in the work they do. They have developed excellent communication skills and an ability to match employee strengths with tasks. In a nutshell, leaders take people where they want to go. Managers take them where they need to be. Fifth, management focuses on optimizing the execution of a process, while leadership focuses on optimizing a team as a whole. When you are a manager, it's important to see the world as one big puzzle. How can you make all the pieces fit together like they should? And what needs to be tweaked for that to happen? When you're a leader, on the other hand, your job is to look at your team as one whole entity. How can you help each individual piece, your employees, work better together? Management focuses on optimizing the execution of a process, while leadership focuses on optimizing a team as a whole. Managers are more likely to focus on the details of how an organization works, while leaders are more likely to focus on the big picture. Sixth, management is more quantitative, while leadership is more qualitative. When you're managing something, you're keeping track of numbers. You're balancing your business's budget, for instance, or keeping track of how many hours your employees are clocking in every week. You're measuring things out of cups and gallons. How many people were served this week? How much inventory do we need to order? What does the pie chart look like? When you're leading something, it's less about the numbers, though obviously the numbers still matter. It's more about the why. Why do we do what we do? Why is our product important to our customers? Why do they come back to us again and again instead of going to some other company? Why are we so good at what we do when no one else can seem to get it right? Seventh, the results of management are easily measurable, while the results of leadership are often intangible. One of the most important differences between management and leadership is that managers focus on results while leaders focus on people. It is an important distinction, a difference that can sometimes be difficult to parse out if you're new to the business world or just trying to understand what it means to be a manager or a leader in your own organization. The results of management are easily measurable. Did we meet our sales goals this month? Did we hit our deadline? Did we reduce our costs? All these things are easily quantifiable, which makes it easy for managers to measure their performance based on what they're set out to do during a given period. On the other hand, the results of leadership are often intangible and therefore a little harder to assess. Do you inspire your team to work harder? Do you make them feel empowered? Did they change their behavior or their approach to the problem? These may not be questions that you can answer with a number, but they're still just as important. Managers and leaders are different. Managers are responsible for the day-to-day operations of an organization and its overall success. Leaders, however, have a much grander vision than management. In short, managers focus on the present and leaders focus on the future. Managers have a good grasp on everything going on in their organization because they have a lot of people working under them. Leaders must also have a good grasp on what is going on in their organization, but they also need to know where their organization is going in the long run and what type of leader they need to be in order to achieve their organizational goals. Does management play a huge part in leadership? Yes, it definitely does, but you must be careful when defining a leader. Being able to effectively manage people doesn't make you a good leader. Looking for more leadership information? You can always learn more. Go back to the Dignity Leadership Lab where you found this course and keep learning. Leaders never stop learning. And check out our podcast at www.dignity-leadership.com/podcast. We recorded a great episode titled Leadership is Not Management. Tell me more. Our podcast is on most popular streaming platforms, including Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts.